So all those specimens are from Alberta, or
the majority, the vast majority of our collection comes from Alberta. There's so much material in Alberta, especially late Cretaceous dinosaur fauna that there's an abundance of material that we get, and so that's definitely our focus is late Cretaceous Alberta.
Oh wow, there's so many big stuff here.
Yes, and so there's been collectors from the Smithsonian and from the London Museum of Natural History and all over the world that have been in Alberta collecting since the early 1900s. And so some of this material even are casts.
Right.
And these are Alberta specimens that are currently in the collection at the Smithsonian or the American Museum of Natural History. And then we have casts of them now that we can have here for comparative purposes, for research, or for display purposes. But these are all from Alberta.
Oh my God, this is amazing. So did you say how many specimens are here in around?
We have the total collection's about 175,000.
Oh my God.
And the vast majority is in this room here. We also have, like you saw next door with the unprepared storage, and then we have 2 offsite warehouses as well.
Oh, so these are like prepped done.
This is
it's all prepared.
Main,
Oh, I see. The specimens are here.
Facility, yes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And so the large stuff's on the rack, and the smaller stuff in the cabinet.
Wow. So how do you like organize and kind of like manage all those, this like number of specimens? This is like a lot of stuff.
Yes. So it's very much like a library. What we'll do is that as soon as material's collected, we'll give it numbers, TMP numbers.
Right.
ここで TMP ナンバーとは何ぞやと思った人がいると思うんですけど、TMP ナンバーって、要するに標本番号のことで、発掘された化石を標本として管理するために付けられています。で、フォーマットはこういう感じで、アルファベットが最初に来て、数字が4桁、3桁、4桁って感じなんですけど、基本発掘した時点でその場で番号が付けられます。で、最初のアルファベットは標本を所有する博物館の名前の頭文字なので、例えば TMP だったらタイレルミュージアム・オブ・パレオントロジーの頭文字ですね。で、これ前のティレルの名前で、今はロイヤル・タイレルミュージアム・オブ・パレオントロジーという名前に変わっているので、RTMP っていう風になります。で、もしここが AMNH とかだったらアメリカンミュージアム・オブ・ナチュラル・ヒストリーなので、アメリカ自然史博物館に所有されている標本ってことになりますね。数字の部分の決め方は割と博物館とか付けられた時によって違うんですけど、要するに標本が行方不明にならないんだったら何でもいいわけですよ。で、この番号がどういう使われ方をするかっていうと、基本的に研究の対象になった標本はその番号も一緒に論文に載せないといけないんですよね。同じ恐竜でもどの個体、どの標本の話をしているか分かんなくなっちゃいますから。逆に言うと、この番号だけ見れば一つの標本がどんな研究に伝われたかっていうのが分かるっていう感じですね。で、展示されている標本のラベルにもついていたりするので、ぜひ探してみてください。
And those numbers represent the year that the specimen was discovered. The middle number represents the geographical location or the site. And the third number is the number of specimens from that site in that year.
Right.
And so we then catalog the cabinets, sort of keep track of where everything is. And then we have, for example,
oh my God,
a drawer full of Tyrannosaur teeth.
Wow. It is so cleanly organized, like everything is perfect, and like see.
It makes a big difference when researchers come in just to be able to know exactly where we can find stuff and be able to find it efficiently. Just because we do get a lot of scientists who come in to look at material, and so we're a very active research institution. And so because of that, and because we're getting between 3,000 to 5,000 specimens being collected every year, and all that material is getting prepared, it's going out on loan, it's coming and going. So it can be a very active, very dirty job in some ways, just because there's so much fossil, there's so much rock, there's so much plaster, there's so much cardboard being used and foam being used to to protect the material, ship it out and stuff. So we have to keep things very, very clean and organized whenever we can. We also do all of our own exhibits, and so this is part of the table. This is the very last pieces sort of that we're getting ready. Like you saw the Cenozoic exhibit that's going out. So these are the last bits and pieces. This is actually a KPG or KT boundary block.
Right.
KPG って何よって今思った人すごいいると思うんですけど、K っていうのはなんかドイツ語の貝だとかですよね。なんかそのチョークっていう意味で、日本語で石灰岩のことで、温暖な気候だったせいでこれが多く堆積しているのが白亜紀なんですよ。そもそも白亜も石灰岩のことです。でちなみに昔はこの岩を切り出して黒板に書くためのチョークを作ってたんですけど、今は貝殻なんかでできてるから一応もうその岩は必要ないんですけど、でも一応そのチョークっていう名前は残ってるみたいです。なのでこの知らないけどの頭文字が白亜紀のことを表していて、で PG っていうのは白亜紀の後の新生代の一番最初の時代であるパレオジーン、日本語だと高第三紀っていうんですけど、それの PG の略ですね。つまりその恐竜がいた中生代白亜紀とその後の新生代高第三紀の境界線のことで、ここで一応恐竜が絶滅したっていう風に言われているので、KPG 境界っていうのは、恐竜がこの世からいなくなった境界線というかタイミングとして有名です。でちなみに昔はそのパレオジーンとネオジーン、高第三紀の次をネオジーン、新第三紀っていう風に言うんですけど、それを合わせて、ターシャリー第三紀とされていたので、頭文字は T っていうことで KT 境界って言われてました。
So this is from not far from here, one of the best spots to see. So this line right here, this is the Iridium Layer.
Right.
イリジウムの話をしていこうと思うんですけど、イリジウムってレアメタルの一つで、地表にはもうほぼ存在しない金属なんですよね。で、例えば金の生産量が年間約3000トンくらいって言われてるんですけど、もうイリジウムわずか4トンくらいなんですよ。で、値段もプラチナの約2から 2.5 倍くらいで、もう本当貴重な金属なんですよね。で、そんな地表にほぼもうないイリジウムなんですけど、実はそのメキシコのユカタン半島っていう場所に大きなクレーターがあって、でそこの白亜紀あたりの地層から他の地層よりもイリジウムが多く検出されることを、研究者が見つけちゃったんですよ。実は地表にこそないものの、地殻とかマントルとか、隕石には多く含まれているっていう風に言われてて、しかもこの地層より上から恐竜の化石出てこないじゃんってなって、で、ここでこの時期に地球に巨大な隕石が衝突して恐竜が絶滅したんじゃないかっていうその有名な説が生まれたわけです。でちなみにイリジウムの量からその割り出された隕石の大きさなんですけど、だいたい直径が約10キロ、体積は523立方キロメートルで、これどれぐらいでかいかっていうと、我らが富士山がだいたい227立方キロメートルなので、秒速20キロでこの富士山2個分の大きさの球体がぶっ飛んでくるっていう感じです。体感的にはもうまさに暴力そのものなんですよね。でちなみにイリジウムってプラチナよりもすごい硬いし、耐久性もあるし耐熱性もあって、すごい傷もつきにくいので、結婚指輪の材料としてもすごい人気らしいんですよね。だからもう古生物好きな人へのプレゼントとかもこれに決まりですよね、マジで。
So this is part of the evidence that shows an asteroid hit about 65 million years ago. And so, so one of the best localities to find this is actually about half an hour from here. So it's pretty amazing. But some beautiful, beautiful specimens.
It's kind of like spoiler alert, but
a little bit, but it's pretty cool to be able to see the mounting.
That is so
And so this
great.
is a 3D gar. So you
Oh,
can see,
is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes, I can see it.
So it looks just like the gar that you find today.
Oh my god.
In rivers and lakes all over the world. And you can see each individual scale is preserved.
That is so amazing.
Yeah.
It's just all those things are like found in like 3D sometimes, and like that's amazing.
Yes, very,
Oh
very
wow.
cool.
So what will be the oldest specimen you have in here?
Well, the oldest we actually have.
Yes.
Alberta's pretty amazing because we basically span the entire history of life on Earth. This is
Right.
a stromatolite.
Oh.
So this is 3.2 billion years old.
Right.
Yeah, and so this is from southern Alberta.
Is it from like Waterton?
Waterton.
Waterton.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
So Alberta actually spans the entire fossil record.
This is actual fossil, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't really tell like how it is like
This is a
cast or not.
polished one.
Oh, that is.
So you can see the polished, and then this is sort of the unpolished.
I think I saw that in the exhibit.
Yeah,
think
we've had them on
it's-
exhibit. Yeah.
Right. The little one, I think. But yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
this is
so
amazing.
yeah. So yeah. The dinosaurs get all the attention.
Right.
But-
All the
but-
time.
Yes, always. They overshadow everything.
Uh-huh.
But Alberta is incredible. It's
Right.
it's a beautiful place now with all the amazing national parks and provincial parks and stuff. But the fossil record is equally incredible.
Yeah, it preserved the fins here.
Yeah. This part here is actually all trackways, footprints.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so these
Like
are
all the stuff. Oh my god. It is true.
Yeah, these are all dinosaur,
Oh.
mostly dinosaur footprints.
Uh-huh.
And so you can see here.
The Theropoda footprint, I think.
Yep. So you
here?
can see the heel print here and
Right.
then the three toes.
Oh wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh gee.
That raking light makes a big difference to be able to see it.
Huh. And that one
So
too.
some of them are a bit trickier than others.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's so hard to see truckways. I'm
Yes.
still like getting used to it, but oh damn.
This one I think has little bird prints.
Oh,
on
really?
it.
Is it right here?
Yes,
that
I
one?
think so.
Not quite sure.
Some of them.
Oh.
Some of them are trickier than others.
Yeah, it's really hard to find. So the ripple.
Yeah, some ripples, that's cool.
Ooh.
But yeah, and then we do some of our material that we have that's not Albertan. So
Okay.
this is Jurassic ichthyosaur from
Right.
Germany.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So these are actual fossils.
yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So people send you some specimens to ask you guys to prep, or
No. So one of these ones here, this is
Mhm.
original to the museum. So this is one that we acquired for the original opening of the museum for the galleries and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Just to sort of, we do have some material from different places like Germany and South America and things like that that we use just to sort of put the Alberta story in the global context. Because obviously the world looked a lot different.
right.
65 million
Right.
years old years ago or 200 million years ago. So just to put it in the context, we do have some material from other places around the world.
Right. And
But
and you also provide some fossils to the other museums too. So is
Oh,
it
for-
kind of like
we have a very active loan program. So at any one time, we have about 5,000 specimens that are scattered around the world being studied by other scientists.
Right.
And so we're very active in the global paleontology community,
That's so
just
cool.
trying to contribute what we can with both expertise with our in-house scientists and as well by loaning specimens for other people to study. Oh, and then this is Black
Yes.
Beauty. So Black Beauty.
the skull? Oh my god!
So this is the original. We took it off exhibit.
Right.
So this is the original Black
Oh my god! It is so black. Like so black. It's like oh wow.
Yeah.
It is beautiful.
Beauty skull. Yeah, and the teeth are.
You know, like first time I came to this museum, I saw Black Beauty and like I know this specimen. It's from the textbook, right? And like all the specimens are on the books that I read when I was in Japan, like childhood, and it's just amazing to see these like all those things. This is just like legendary stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
But
no,
I imagine it's,
absolutely.
like, so cool.
It's incredible.
Oh wow.
So yeah, no, it's a beautiful skull, and it's the thing that always gets me is that this is one of the smallest T-Rex's skull. It's one of the smaller ones of all the complete or almost complete T-Rex skulls that are known. This is Black Beauty is one of the smaller ones.
Oh, I see.
So, and it's still huge. So it's
It's still.
Yeah, so it's pretty amazing.
It is still. Wow, and these are the bones that I'm not quite sure where to belong.
These are sort of scrap pieces that were collected that didn't quite have enough provenance to really do much with. So we try and take this material and use it for educational purposes.
Right.
So we use it in programming for kids and stuff to teach them about fossils.
That's pretty cool.
And then here's a skull that's sort of still being prepped out.
Is a crest? Is
the
that
crest?
Hadrosaurus?
Yep.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is the anterior and posterior, and
Yeah.
there's a jaw right here.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's very cool.
Ooh.
The crest, and this is sort of another hadrosaur without the crest.
Interesting. Ooh. Is it still like prepping still?
No, that one's done. That
Pretty
one's
much
done being
done?
prepped. Yeah, there wasn't much more that could be done. It started because it's very it's incredible doing prep work because sometimes a lot of it has to do with engineering,
Right.
and just making sure that it's stable. And sometimes you want to keep prepping, but you just can't. Otherwise, you're going to make the whole thing completely unstable and it'll fall apart. So, whenever possible, we try to keep the entire skull together. So we try not to prep it to remove each individual
I see.
element. But yeah, so here's some 2D GAR. So we saw the 3D
The
ones
3D
over
one,
there.
yeah.
This is a skull of a Champsosaur.
Oh.
Yeah, so sort of similar, sort of
Interesting.
like a marine, sort
Sort
of
of.
similar to like a crocodile type thing,
Right.
but an animal that's no longer alive. But would have lived in
Right.
shallow marine environments. And then some more hadrosaurs and stuff
Ooh.
there.
Wow.
And then, and then these are parts of one of our other T-Rexes. There's two T-Rexes from Alberta.
Right.
Black Beauty, and there's another one called Huxley. Huxley doesn't have a skull, so it doesn't get a lot of attention.
Okay.
But we have most of the postcranial of it.
Right.
So this is one of the vertebra of a Huxley T-Rex. So,
That is huge.
yeah.
Oh wow.
So they're pretty big. This was from about 40 years ago. So they used plaster to fill in all the bits that were missing. But we don't do that
Oh
anymore.
right, that's what I thought.
Yeah. But this is from about 40 years ago. So
But still.
different practices. Did you want to hold it?
Oh.
Did you want me to hold that?
You know what?
Can I turn that around?
Yeah, you can just like.
You got it?
How do I?
Underneath. Yeah,
right
I
here.
like that.
Oh my god, I'm holding like.
You got it?
Jesus, it's so heavy.
Yeah, do you have it?
Okay, I got it. I think I got it. It's so heavy. Oh my god. I'm holding a T-Rex. Oh Jesus.
So you can imagine having about 50 of those on exhibit. This is part of the reason why we have to make casts. Because otherwise, how heavy is that?
There's like, oh my god, I don't even know how heavy it is, but like 50 kilo? I don't know, like 40?
Probably, yeah. It's very heavy.
It
I'd
is
say it's
really
about,
heavy, yeah,
I'd say
I
it's 50 or
understand
60 pounds for sure.
Oh Jesus, it's so
So part of the reason we have to put,
heavy. Right, sorry, I was gonna.
yeah.
I was gonna take this
Part of the
one
reason we have
here.
to make casts is because if you didn't, in order to put an entire T-Rex on exhibit, you'd have so much scaffolding
Right,
and metalwork holding it that you wouldn't be able to see it.
that's true.
So this specimen's on exhibit. It's all been cast, and then that way we can put it out on exhibit in a big, in a dynamic pose and show some of the behavior and stuff. So yeah.
So do you have any like your favorite specimen?
I always say that I really like sauropods,
Oh.
and part of the reason is because they're so huge,
Uh-huh.
and they're so amazing that something that big could have lived on land.
That's so true.
But also because we don't have any sauropods from Alberta, so I don't have to get tired of seeing them or dealing with managing them, and it always stays so fresh and so exciting. So I always say sauropods.
Oh, okay.
But here's a few cast hadrosaurs, which sort of shows the difference in the crests and how the differences that they would have had, because from the neck down they were almost all identical.
That's so true.
Just a variety of casts. This is a cast of Compsognathus.
Oh.
One of the smallest dinosaurs. You can see that.
Oh my god.
Just how small they were.
It is so small. Like all those casts are. Wow.
And then we do have a small comparative osteological collection, so of recent material. So right here we have, small dogs, turtle, beaver, armadillo, and then we have just other material that you find from Alberta, that especially things like reptiles, like Komodo dragons and varanids and stuff like that, snakes, crocodiles, that we can use for comparative purposes. A lot of bird material as well. And so that's
Wow.